And welcome to tonight's broadcast of the McLean County Cougars going off against the Hancock County Hornets. Tonight's starting roster for the Hornets is number 1, Bailey Bowling, number 5, Cassie Cowan, number 11, Haley Stewart, number 14, Riley Emick, and number 14, Rayleigh Emick. Wait, I already said that, didn't I? Okay. Rayleigh Payne and Riley Emick. And for your Cougars tonight, starting number 3, Maddie Miller. Number 11, Cassidy Darty. Number 22, Lauren Hudson. Number 1, Jade Fulkerson. And number 33, Whitley Patterson. Now, in the last game the Lady Cougars played against, they played against Bowling Green and came up with a win. That was an awesome win for the Lady Cougars. They played a phenomenal game, came a little short in that fourth quarter, lost a little steam, but they played a phenomenal game, kept it close, kept it interesting. It was a great ball game to broadcast, and tonight they are up against the Hornets, who is 2-1, and your girls are 2-2, so this should be a heck of a ball game tonight. What do you think, West?
Yep, exactly what you said.
Phenomenal. All right, up for the start of the game, jump. And Hancock County wins the jump. Gives it out to number 1, Billy Bowling. Billy brings it on the court, looking around. Gives it to number 3, number 4, number 5. I can't tell right now. It's dark. It's dark colors. It goes dark and dark.
It's numero 5.
5, Cassie Cowan, and it is knocked out of bounds. Turnover on the Hornets. Cassie throws it into Maddie. Gives it right back to Cassidy. Bring it down the court. Cassidy drives all the way in, gives it to Jade. Jade dribbles in, power move, and she does not convert, but she does get the rebound. Rebounded by Whitley Patterson. They're going to call a foul. Shooting foul on number 24, Avery Morris.
Early trip to the free throw line. Hopefully she can knock this down.
Early turnover on Hancock County and the early foul on Hancock County. Good job, West. And Jay does not hit our first free throw. You want to hold on to that pin, West?
You know, you tried taking stats and watching the game at the same time.
I did last Friday.
How many times did you drop the pin?
0. Billy looked me on the court, guarded closely by Cassidy. Trying to find open man, but the Cougars are playing some great defense right now. Gives it number 5. Cowan gives it back to Riley. Riley goes all the way in, and she misses the layup. Rebounded by Jade Fulkerson.
Nice recovery there. You know, they both took the ball handler on the pick and roll, but were able to recover.
Lauren, mid-range jump shot, and it does not convert. Rebound, number 14, Riley Emick. Gives it back to Bowling. Bowling, they got a full court cover on Bowling right now. Pick set, rolls. Great help defense by Whitley Patterson, and it is still Hornet ball. Cougars playing some tough defense right now at the start of the game, trying to get a lead early in the game instead of having them score. Ooh. Gives it back to Bowling. Bowling drops it, and they're going to call a double dribble. Turnover number 2 in the night for the Hornets. And we're only half a minute into it. It's a good start for the Cougars tonight. Maddie bringing the ball down. She gets it down, gives it back to Cassidy. Cassidy drive it in. Nope, gives it back to Lauren. Lauren takes the layup, and she misses, but it is rebounded by Jade, and Jade gets the 2 points.
She already has 3 offensive rebounds.
Dang. Go Jade. Number 5, bring it down, Cowan. Looking for a man. They got a double screen set, but she is just not going to go to it, and it is poked loose. Recovered by Hancock County. Takes the 3, and she misses. Call a foul on the floor.
That is what we call watching the scouting report, Adam. they knew that she liked going right, so they made her go left, and they got a broken play out of it.
I learned this Friday, West, that there is no over the back. It's just a push, and they just called that on number 5. So that may remind me of Cameron. Because
You just not figured out there's no over the back.
I mean, because every time I ever play, they always go, over the back. But
That's not a real call.
right now, right.
Neither is reaching.
Right, I knew that. I just didn't realize over the back wasn't a foul. It's just a push, just like because his exact words were, "You cannot foul somebody for being taller than you."
Well, that's the case.
Ooh, she wanted to pull up 3, but she's gonna drive it in anyway. Met by Jade, great help defense, and they're gonna call a jump ball, and it is McLean County basketball. Cassie gives in to Madison. Madison is bringing it down. Gives it to Whitley. Whitley trying to drive in. Nope. She's trying to bring it back out. Cassidy goes in for the layup, and she gets the layup. 2 points for Cassidy. Bowling bringing it down. Trying to speed up the offense here. Gives the Stewart in the corner. Gives it back to Payne. Emick pulls the 3, and she hits it. And just like that, it is 3-4. Whitley, my bad. A little bit of Cassidy. Cassidy gives it into Whitley. Whitley takes the jump shot, and Whitley hits the 2. They're calling it a 2. Bowling bringing it down. Trying to shake off Cassidy, but she just can't do it. Gives it to Stewart. Gives it back to Riley. Gives it back to Bowling. Gives it over to Emick. Ooh, it's an air ball, but Riley gets the rebound, and it is actually and then Lawrence gets the rebound. Throws it to Cassidy. Cassidy gives it to Jade, and Jade gets the layup.
Easy transition. Yeah, it was like 3-on-1.
Mm-hmm. It's the best kind of fast offense. Okay. Stewart wanted to pull it. She drives in. They're gonna call a walk on Stewart. Cougar ball. Over to Maddie Miller in a 3. Maddie Miller drives in, takes the short mid-range, and she hits it. Gives it into Bowling. Bowling trying to slow it down, speed it up. We don't know anymore. That is some tough defense by the Cougars, but it looks like Jade did step on the line.
Yeah, and I was wondering when they're going to bring the double team on the press, because really in a high school there's no point of having just, one press man, because when you have one press man, you just want to take it. It takes more time to get them into their offense.
Mm-hmm.
But in high school, it doesn't matter because there's no shot clock. So, bringing the other team, smart move there.
That's some great information, West.
Another steal.
Stolen by Maddie Miller. Maddie Miller goes in for the layup. She is fouled and misses the layup. Continue.
That was all, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you good, but no, on that play, the one hand on the person's back in transition almost always gets the foul, even though in like a normal set, that wouldn't really be a foul. It's just something I never got.
Maddie hits her.
I mean, you might as well push him with both hands if you're gonna foul in transition.
She hits her first, and she hits her second free throw as well. Number 25, Kiera Duncan comes in for the Hornets. Down has the Bowling. No, that's number 14. That's Emick. She's looking around. Gives it to number 5. Number 5 drives in and is fouled by Lauren Hudson, but they're going to call it on the floor.
That's one of the first times so far this game that they've gotten, a good drive to the basket, because we've been all over them.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been able to get into the offense, do anything.
We got some good communication out there, and the help defense always seems to be there. I do agree with that. Dang. Bowling pulls the contested 3, and she hits it, and she looks like she doesn't know how that went in either. Hornets keeping their hands up on defense. That's what my dad always told me. Keep your hands up. I guess it just makes you look bigger. Karen McMahon. Oh, and they're gonna call the walk on McMahon. The girls did a lot with. They take a step then dribble.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah. Who doesn't? It's just one of those things.
In the NBA, they never call that.
They wouldn't call it if you walked 25 times. Number 24 pulls it, and she misses. Rebound on McMahon.
Hey, in the NBA, though, sometimes they're going too fast for you to even tell how many steps they take. Especially if you're out there in real time.
Ooh, Hadley misses a 3, but it is rebounded by Haven Allgood. Gives it to Whitley. Foul called on number 11, Stewart. McMahon in to throw it in. She gives over to Maddie. Maddie pump fakes, gives it back to Cameron in the corner. Cameron drives in, but she is met by 2 defenders. Oh, Maddie Miller is blocked, but Hadley Rice on the jump ball. Some good hustle. And it is Hancock County ball. I just see that we got our student section out and active. That's what I love seeing that this year. Just a few games into it, and every home game they've been to. I'm glad you're here, West, to talk back to me. Kira drives in, but she gets it stolen. Haven does it to Bailey Walker. Bailey drives in and gets the layup.
Tough layup.
That was a tough layup. I thought they called it at least a foul or something, but they let it play. Number 5, Cassie bringing it down. Gets around Bailey. Kier on the 3. She pulls it, and she misses. They're going to call a foul. Pushing the back. Looks like something on Haven. Yep, on Haven Allgood. Team third. Olivia Abney comes into the game for Maddie Miller. Hancock kind of trying to find open man. Gives it to Kiera. Gives it into. What is
Nice double team.
Mm-hmm. Back up to Stewart. Stewart drives in. They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, but once you come with that double team, it is super important to not, overstep when you try to close out. Rather them take an open 3, or not really an open 3, a halfway contested 3 than let them drive to the basket any day.
Mm-hmm. Foul called on Haven Allgood, and she does miss her first free throw. And with that, looks like Jillian Harper is going to come in for Haven Allgood. Haley Stewart up for her second free throw. And she misses it as well. Rebound by Bailey Walker. Gets it to Olivia. Olivia bringing it down. Gets past her defender. And it is thrown out of bounds by Bailey Bowling.
Go into zone early here. That's exactly how you beat the 2-3. Pass around until somebody gets out of their zone.
Great offense by the Cougars. Number 5 takes the 3, and she misses. Rebound by number 24. Number 24 goes back over with it, and she hits it. Looks like Hadley fouled her on the way up.
And he's pulling all of his players back, so no chance for an offensive rebound here. Maybe they could have got one on the miss. But this way they have all the time they need to set up their defense.
I do agree.
They're kind of playing like a matchup zone here because you see number 24 in the middle. He's coming up, playing up on the person in the post. Which most of the time in a normal zone, you wouldn't really. You have the side people cover that.
Oh, I thought she was going to pull that. Jillian back over to Cameron. Gives it to Bailey. Trying to get a last-second shot there, but they just could not get to fall. And after your first quarter of play, Cougars 16, Hornets 8. We'll take a real quick break here, brought to you by Southern Outdoors.
Wouldn't it be great if your mower allowed you to get the job done quicker, but was still comfortable to ride? When you mow with a Ferris zero-turn mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll experience speed and comfort like never before. Get a lawn that's the envy of the neighborhood and more time to enjoy it. Ferris, go the extra yard.
Second quarter of play underway. Hadley back to Cameron. Cameron to Jillian. Back to Cameron. Over to Hadley. Hadley pulls the three, and she drains it. 3 more points for Hadley Rice. Now, Hadley Rice, Tyler, is a 3-point specialist if you let her get hot, which takes only like 2 shots, and after that, she doesn't seem like she misses.
So, Lou Williams.
I get you. Stolen by Olivia Abney. Gives it over to Hadley. Hadley gives it to Cameron. Cameron drives right in through everybody and gets the layup. She drove through 4 of their defenders. Bailey bringing the ball down. Tight defense by Karen McMahon on her. Giving her no inch to breathe. Gives over to Stewart. Stewart. No, looks like she's going to get fouled on by Olivia Abney.
They can just not get into their offense right now. I mean, 6 of their points are just pull-up threes, and the other 2 are free throws, right? Or no, and 1. So it's been tough for them to get into their offense.
Dang, stolen by Olivia Abney, but
frustration foul right there.
Yeah. Looks like Olivia and that Stewart girl are going to go at it here in a minute. Like, honestly.
We try to keep it civil here, Adam.
Oh, we are, but doesn't mean they are. I'm just telling you how it is right now.
I cannot believe you. We would never do something so despicable.
We wouldn't? I'd fight somebody on the court. They're making me mad enough, I would. Tyler wouldn't give me a T. He's too kind for that. He receives them. He doesn't give them.
Fuck. No, I deserve none of those.
Okay.
Here comes the press again.
Riley Emmett gets on to looks like, they're calling a double dribble on her.
I guess she just forgot she didn't have a dribble.
I thought she stood out of bounds, to be honest with you, but hey. Cameron bringing it down. Yeah, you'd think the Hornets would try to press the girls a little bit, see if they can get some of the trip up in the full court press, but they're just not doing it yet. Olivia in the corner. Olivia gives it over to Cameron. Cameron drives in once again. She does not hit the layup. Rebound by Hancock County. Bowling bringing it up. Looks like they got a whole squad substitution coming in here in a second. Hornets. 5 has the ball. Gives it over to Kira. Kira over to Bowling. Bowling to Emick. Emick hits the 3.
She has 6 off of 2 threes, so
Nice.
dangerous from beyond the arc.
Cameron to Hadley. Hadley to Cameron. Over to Jillian. Over to Olivia. Olivia in the corner. Gives it to Bailey in the post, and she, rims right out, and it is going to be out of bounds on Hancock County.
Yeah, once the ball goes to the corner in the 2-3 zone, the top man has to slide down to stop that from happening. Because that was a wide open layup allowed right there by Hancock. They got lucky. That'll happen again.
Whole new look for the Cougars. All five girls switched out. Throws over to Jade. Jade to Lauren. Lauren to Miller. To Maddie. Maddie back to Lauren. Whitley's calling for the ball in the post because she's mismatched as the point guard is guarding her. Cassidy pulls a 3. Does not hit. Rebound number 24, Avery Morris. Bowling bringing it down. Gives it number 5, Cassie Count. Over to Duncan. Back to Bowling. Gives it back to Emick. Emick drives in. Gives it back to Morris. Back to Bowling. Tipped by Whitley, and it is Hancock County ball.
Again, I mean, they're just having a really tough time getting into their offense. They're having to go one-on-one and just trying to beat them off the dribble, which it's not really the best strategy unless you're LeBron James.
Fair enough. They just can't seem to get past the three-point line with the defense the girls are playing. And when they do drive in, they kick it out. Or they hit it off the side of the backboard.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now they're just one-on-one. They're just going
Ooh.
one-on-one.
Blocked by Duncan. McLean County ball. Some great defense by Duncan there. Stay with her. And didn't foul her either, so that's impressive on the fast break. Cassie looking for an open man. Throws it out to Lauren. Lauren goes over to Maddie. Maddie over to Whitley. Whitley pulls the mid-range, and she drains it. Great play by the Cougars.
Yeah, that short corner is dangerous.
Looks like number 13, Riley Payne, has subbed in for Bowling. Oh, no, that's 15. My bad. Riley. Bad pass by the Hornets, and it is Cougar ball.
So, game's been all Cougars so far, but you look at the scoreboard. It's only a 12-point game.
That's the most of the games have been this season. I don't think they've all been low scoring, but they've been close games. This might be the biggest change of points I've seen all season from the Cougars.
Low scoring, grit and grind, my type of basketball.
Jay gets her own rebound, and she puts it back up for the 2 points. Number 15 goes over to Duncan. Duncan over to Cowan. Cowan drives in, is met by Jade. She just gets stopped. Avery Morris drives in, and they call the walk on Morris.
That was great help defense.
By Jade Fulkerson.
Yeah, forced the pass out and saved the basket.
Just stop that poor girl in her tracks. Like, stop. Cassie bringing it down. Gives over to Maddie, and looks like they're going to have a timeout called by the Cougars. So we're going to have a 30-second timeout by the Cougars. During this break of play, we're going to have a real quick highlight from past moments in the game.
Bang, bang. Was that 3?
Sure.
Sure.
Was it a 3, Nate? Oh, it was a 2-pointer. By who? Cassie Dart with a deep mid-range. Ooh, foul called on the Cougars on Duncan. Number 22, Lauren Hudson with the foul.
Extending the lead a little bit. Isn't it crazy how much better 16 points feels than 12? Or is that just me?
This team's closer to 20, so I can see what you mean there.
It just feels a lot better than 12, and it's only 2 baskets. Oh.
Well, that means they have to get 16 means they have to get at minimum 6 unanswered points, while 12 is just 4.
Duncan misses her free throw. Cassidy in the corner, and she hits it that time. 3-pointer for the Cougars.
Yeah, Hancock's going to have to figure something out before the game gets out of hand.
Because right now that can't get past the half-court line. Number 15, Haven Riley.
Hey, you know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Defense leads the offense. We're seeing that right now.
You are a wise man, West. Did you know that? They're going to call a foul on Cassidy for just standing there, looks like.
I appreciate it, Adam.
The Cougars do have 18 fouls, which makes them only 2 away from double bonus.
8.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you just say 18?
18
I
fouls.
thought 10 fouls is double bonus.
That's what I said, 18 fouls. Like 8.
Oh, 18. Oh, my Lord. So I thought 10 fouls was double bonus.
That's what I'm thinking, too. That's what I just said. They're 2 away from double bonus.
Oh, I thought you said they were 1 away from double bonus.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Cassidy,
Right, yeah, I get what you're saying.
back to Madison Miller, pulls a deep 3, and she overshoots it, rebounded by Whitley. Whitley does her post move, and she misses as well. Rebound by Cowan. She brings it down the court. Playing point guard for herself.
Hancock has not made a lot of substitutions. And you think they would, considering the score.
Yeah, you'd think they would, too, get a fresh team. That's what I like about Coach Johnson. He's constantly changing out the players, keeping them all, refreshed and not keep them getting tired too fast.
So McMahon has done the same little move 3 times for 3 scores.
Yeah. I mean, as long as she drives in, they don't stop her. Yeah. Heck, earlier she drove through 4 defenders and still got the layup to go. Stewart drives in, gives it back out to Morris. Morris to Cowan. Cowan looking around. She wants to pull, but she drives in. Ooh, nice move by her, but she does not hit the basket. Rebound by Whitley. Whitley throws it deep for Cassidy. Cassidy is blocked. She is tripped. She falls hard.
Yeah, anytime you spin, you have to make sure you spin fast because dude's coming from your back. They're trying to block that shot. So
And that messes with you, too, knowing they're back there.
So either offhand away from them, or make sure you get the shot up quick.
Billy Walker subs in for Jade Fulkerson for the Cougars. Cassidy gives it over to Whitley. Whitley back to Cameron. Over to Maddie. Over to Cassidy in the corner. Back to Cameron. Cameron drives in, gives it to Maddie Miller at the 3-point line. Maddie does not hit, but it is rebounded by Billy Walker, and she does get the putback.
Nice board.
You
keep working down there in the paint. I mean, you're going to get your opportunities.
Ooh. Stewart just did not see the man at the court. Cowan drives in, and she hits the layup. Looks like 0-0 for the Hornets. Alex Kratzer has come in for the Hornets. Kratzer. All right, Cassidy with the ball. Gives it back to Maddie. Back to Cassidy. And just like that, less than 10 seconds to the end of the second quarter. Some fast quarters, Tyler.
Yeah.
Rebound by Kratzer. She throws it up, but she does miss. And at the end of the first half, the score is the Cougars 34, the Hornets 14. We'll take a real quick break, and we'll be right back with some highlights and some stats from the first half. This break is brought to you by Southern Outdoors. And for this halftime wrap up, West, what are your stats telling you right now?
That the score is approximately 34-14.
I like it. Any individual who is showing off right now?
Well, McMahon has 6 really, they weren't the fanciest plays, but they were flashy, really great, And Whitley also, we had just have an all-around great game for the team. And we have 3 players sitting at 6 for our lead. So it's really spread out. It's really looking good.
It's looking great for the Cougars. And for the Hornets right now?
Most of their points have came off of threes.
Huh.
So
He did that on purpose.
that's good.
Just because I asked him to go out quietly. All right. Well, looks like the Cougars, they had an all-around team, all-around game so far. Tough defense, tough offense. They're just playing an all-around great game tonight.
They are.
And the Hornets just can't get through it. And at the beginning of this second half, Cassidy Darty was fouled, but she did not hit her first free throw. But she does hit the second free throw. We got a full court press going here at the beginning of the second half. Hornets get it across the half-court line. Cowan driving in, looking around, throws it over to Morris on the three-point line. Morris dribbling in, throws out number 14, kicks it off Maddie Miller, and it is Hornet ball. Number 14 is Riley Emick. I'm trying to get everybody's names down before the game's over. Just saw the world look at the sheet. Bowling throws it to nope. She throws it out to Morris, but they're going to call a foul on Maddie Miller. She tried to catch that pass, but she was a moment too late. Sir, that's official paper.
What? I'm just taking stats like you asked me to.
And that's appreciated. Morris drives in and is fouled by Jade Fulkerson, looks like.
That's a tough call. You're supposed to be able to move and stay in front of the dude without getting a foul call, but
That's kind of hard to do.
sometimes, yeah, the student section doesn't like it either.
They're going to pull up both.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this.
Mm-hmm.
Hancock has 0 bench points. Their stars have scored every single point.
Wow. That's not good.
Nope.
'Kay.
No bueno.
I didn't think it would be. Maddie Miller fouled. She misses her first free throw. That's all right. And she hits the second one. Four court press on by the Cougars right now. Gives it to Emick. And it looks like she is fouled by Lauren. Team's second foul of the half.
So, Adam, with your expert analysis and all, do you think Hancock can make a run here? Pull the game? Let's say within 10. 10 is usually, like, reachable. Can you say they pull it within 10?
I don't know, Wes. The way they've been playing tonight, where the Cougars are using their defense, they just cannot seem to answer our defense. Like you said, most of the points come from either them getting fouled or them shooting a three just in our eye, hoping it goes in. So I would say that if they do, it would surprise me, but possible maybe. But right now, I'm going to say a no.
We were talking about how they didn't make many substitutions. I think we now know why. Every single point they scored comes from their stars.
Ooh, they're going to call a foul on Whitley Patterson. Looks like she pushed her man to get open. So it's going to be Hornet basketball. But at the same time, West, I'd want to play your bench players just so that way you give your starters some break for that fourth quarter. I always grew up, play your good player, play your phenomenal, outstanding, seniors, juniors, the first half, then let them rest that third quarter, and then bring them in for that fourth quarter run.
Hey, if you can't score, you can't win the game, Adam. I don't care how great defense you have. And right now, their bench can't score.
Or their bench isn't playing.
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten like there are 3 girls on their bench who don't have their little
Pullovers on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
I would not be surprised if the refs tell the student section to shut up.
But at the same time, I'm loving it.
Same.
Yeah, it looks like all your bench players that have played are freshmen, with the exception of one sophomore. We got a timeout. We have a full timeout called by the Hornets. And with that timeout, we'll take a real quick break of our own, brought to you by B.F. Evans. I did that full timeout. Oh, it's a moment too late there, Duncan. You're going to have to wait. Whitley in the post, and she hits the bank shot. 2 points for the Cougars. Yeah, looks like they're going to enforce their will with this full-court press this half, West. Oh, and they get past the full-court press. They just don't seem to be able to get past the half court. No, the other half. The important half. You know what I mean? Oh, miscommunication, but Stewart drives in, kicks out to Morris.
Their offense just looks stagnant. There's nothing really going on.
Bowling in the corner. She goes in, tries to get fouled. That's going to be a late foul call by the ref. I couldn't be a ref, West. I couldn't take all the crap.
Nah, that's a good call, though. That's got to be a block.
Still, I couldn't be a ref. That's too
Well,
much.
I mean, if you knew you made the right call, then I mean, like you shouldn't care what the crowd thinks is the right call.
But the ball never lies.
Oh, you're Rasheed Wallace all of a sudden.
No, I'm Adam Clark. And she misses both her free throws, but Emick somehow grabs the rebound, gives it to Callan on the top. She drives in, spins, gets past everybody, and it looks like they're going to call a foul again.
I think that foul was way more questionable than the one earlier. And see, this one got way less of a response. So, I mean, it's just...
Foul call on Haven Allgood. And with that, Cassie Cowan is up for 2 free throws. She hits the first one. Looks like Hadley Rice is coming in for Haven Allgood. Cassie up for her second free throw. And she misses it. Rebound by Whitley, but they're going to call a foul on Emick. Looks like they're not going to full court press this time. Actually, has Hancock County full courts at all this? Have they done like a...
They've been playing zone but they're extending their zone out more now. And looks like a matchup zone now, like full on. Which
Hadley with the deep three.
earlier in the game it was a matchup zone. Or not a full matchup zone, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. Duncan drives in, gets the layup and the foul.
First bench points, yeah.
Represent the bench, Kiera Duncan. And with that, she gets the and one.
Yeah, but they knew they had to do something. They couldn't just, sit back in that 2-3 all day, so they extended it out and turned into a matchup 2-3.
Mm-hmm. And she hits the free throw. Looks like they're going to have substitutions. Number 15, Haven Riley comes in for bowling, and Bailey Walker comes in for Whitley Patterson.
Matchup zone. Rick Pitino's defensive choice.
Wow, I can't believe you brought him up this game.
I mean, I still like Rick Pitino. I don't care.
We just lost every viewer we had.
You're not wrong.
Haven Riley looks like they have a timeout called by the Hornets. Looks like we're going to have a full timeout again called by the Hornets. And with that full timeout, we're going to... And with that, we're going to have a little quick break of our own, brought to you by B.F. Evans, located in Livermore, Kentucky, for all your Ford needs. After that real quick timeout, Haven Raleigh drives in and misses. Rebound by Cameron McMahon. Hadley with the ball, gives it back to Cassidy. Cassidy drives in, kicks out to Maddie. Maddie gives it back out to Cassidy. Cassidy dribbling around him. Gives it back to Maddie. Maddie to Cameron. Back to Maddie. Over to Cassidy. Gives it to Cameron. Cameron drives in, gives it to Bailey Walker, and she hits the shot. 2 points for the Cougars. We got Emick with the ball here. Full court press for the Cougars, and they just don't know what to do. They get a few. Oh. Cassie Cowan drives in. Ball tip, grabbed by McMahon, and they're going to call jump ball. Ball for the Cougars. Cassidy bringing down the ball. Just trying to call a play here. She drives in, kicks over to Billy Walker, and they give her the open shot, but she does not convert. Dang, you got to hit those, Wes. Those are the easy shots.
Yep.
Cassie with the ball. Drives to two defenders.
Nice split and drive.
She makes it through and gets the layup. Cassie bringing the ball down. Cassie over to Cameron. Over to Maddie. Maddie with a quick jump up. Nope, does not get it. Rebound by Duncan. Duncan driving up fast. Some fancy drill moves here. Gives it to Haven Riley, and she does not hit the three. Cameron with the ball. Brings it down, and she's going to do what... Nope, I thought she was going to take it. But it looks like Hancock County touched it, and it's Cougar ball. Cassidy over to Cameron. Back to Cassidy in the corner. She brings the ball up. Gives it to Hadley. Hadley pulls the three. Ooh, barely misses. Rebound.
That's the problem with playing zone. Is it is a lot harder to find your man to box out. A lot harder.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Hancock County just knocked out Bailey's hands, and it is Hancock County ball. Bailey pulls up the mid-range, but she cannot hit it. Morris with the ball. Gives it to Duncan. Duncan wanted to pull it, but she's not going to. Gives it back to Cowan. Cowan's looking around. Karen McMahon's not giving her an inch of space to breathe. Trying to get the steal, but they're going to call a foul on her instead.
So it feels like this game has really slowed down a bit in the third. Super high paced first and second quarter.
Mm-hmm. Super high paced. But in one quarter, West, we managed to foul them 9 times. Hadley gives it to Cameron.
This quarter?
This quarter.
Yeah, that'll slow down the game.
And with that, Cameron gets the and one.
Slowing down the game right now is not what you want, though.
Not Hancock County, at least.
No.
It is 45-21, so the Cougars, they can afford to slow it down. Hancock County cannot. Looks like she dribbled out of bounds, and it's Cougar ball. Cass throws it in, gives it to Hadley. Hadley hands it right back to her. Maddie drives in. Oh, Maddie, you got to hit that. That's all right, though. That was a great play by the Cougars, though.
That's another disadvantage of the matchup zone. Sometimes you just lose your man because you're not, looking, not guarding straight one man.
You're just in a position trying to stay within a position.
Yep. And the man's still your responsibility, so.
Cowan drives in, but she is fouled. Looks like by number 4, Bailey Walker. No, number 13, Olivia Abney. And with that, Cowan gets 2 shots. And she misses the first one. Jillian Harper comes in for Cassidy Darty. But she hits the second free throw. Olivia Abney playing point guard, brings it down. Gives it back to Maddie. Maddie gives it to Jillian. Jillian gives it back to Maddie. Maddie tries to drive it in, but Olivia does it for her. Olivia with the bat with a bad pass, but Bailey Walker right back on the ball. And we have a jump ball. Hancock County ball. Looks like Riley bringing on the ball. Freshman. Count with the 3, misses it. Rebound by Riley, and she gets fouled.
Way too many fouls this quarter for us to be up 23 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when you foul them, you're slowing down the game and you're giving them 2 shots free line. You're stopping the clock. Doesn't need to happen.
And she hits her first free throw. I don't know what they're spelling out there, but it's funny. Missed the second free throw. Maddie Miller wide open, and she hits the mid-range. Great shot by Maddie Miller. Riley bringing the ball down. She's looking around. Ooh, stolen by Bailey Walker. Picked up by Maddie Miller. They poke it out again. Great hustle by the girls, and it is still Cougar basketball. Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Oh, nope, he changed it. Never mind. He did point that way, though, so, it's whatever. So, Hornet basketball. Looks like the Hornets are going to call a 30-second timeout, and this timeout will be brought to you by Independence Bank, a revolution in banking. All right, back into play. Cassidy drives it in, but she is stopped. Hadley Rice grabs it and goes up with the layup, but she does not hit it. Hey, poor Hadley. She can shoot the lights out, but
We missed too many open layups tonight.
yeah,
But, I mean, it's 23 to 47. So,
that's whatever.
yeah, at this point.
And we do have 10 fouls, so from here on out, any time we touch them wrong, they get 2 free throws.
There's going to be a game, though, where we're going to need those layups.
Oh, yeah. It may not be looks like the freshman Taylor Galloway coming in for Maddie Miller. Raleigh misses her first free throw. Second one up, and she hits the free throw. Jillian Harper bringing the ball down. Gives over to Bailey. Bailey gives it back to Jillian. Jillian gives it back over to Hadley. Hadley pulls the deep three, and she does not hit it. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is 24-47 in Cougar lead. Take a real quick break of our own, brought to you by Southern Outdoors. On Saturday this past weekend, the McLean County Cougars cheerleaders, they went and competed for the state competition in Lexington, Kentucky, and came up 8th in large group. That is a phenomenal feat by our cheerleaders this year. They had a phenomenal season, cheering and doing their own competitions. So you have a right to be proud of your cheerleaders this year, Cougar fans.
Kudos to them.
Great kudos.
Kudos.
Hancock County ball.
Nice hustle play, though.
Mm-hmm. Looks at the student section inspecting the ball, make sure it was up to proper schematics.
And look, we were up by so much. We got our starters a good long rest for the fourth quarter.
Like I said earlier.
You think you're psychic or something, Adam?
No, but I did say it earlier. I did say, play first half, rest third, play fourth.
Yeah, but a bad third quarter can lose you the game. Any bad quarter can lose you. Oh, nice spin.
And she gets fouled. Foul called on number 24, Avery Morris. 2 shots for the Cougars. She hits the first free throw. How many points does Whitley have tonight, West?
9.
9 points.
10.
10. I like it, West.
Our scoring has been very spread out. That's good.
That's very good.
She is our leading scorer, Willie.
Nice.
That is.
Bowling in the corner. Gives it back to Morris. Morris gives it back to Bowling. Bowling drives in, and it is rebounded by Maddie Miller, and she is going to get pushed in the back. Foul called on number 5, Cassie Cowan.
More free throws. Woohoo.
Yeah, both teams are in the bonus, and the Hornets are in double bonus, so it's going to be a long fourth quarter.
Yep.
1-1 for the Cougars right now. Maddie Miller up for the shot.
Aren't you supposed to do that on, like, your opponent? Right?
No, for the opponent, you yell and scream. For the home team, you raise your arms and be quiet.
What's the point of raising your arms?
It's just what everybody does. It's just, dang, 24 with the pull-up jumper. I don't know. It's just something that everyone does. You know, if your team's shooting free throws and on your side of the court, you be quiet, hold your hands up, shake them, do what you got to do until they hit, then you drop them.
Wouldn't shaking your hands distract them?
No. It wouldn't distract me at least. Oh, rebound by Lauren, but she misses the putback. Rebound by Duncan. Duncan going in fast. Gets past the defenders, but she misses the layup. You know, I don't want to sound rude, West, but I just gotta know how does one miss an open layup?
What do you mean? It's the same way you miss anything. You just don't take your time, or it's a tough layup. You do the hard part, and you're like, fine, I get the layup.
And then it rolls out.
Yeah.
Life sucks.
You played basketball before, Adam. I know you've missed open layups.
No, I've missed open shots. I haven't missed open layups.
I bet.
Mainly because I'm not the one driving. I just post spin and put it up on the backboard. You know, because I like the backboard more than I do a swoosh.
A swish.
Swish. Swish, swish. You know what I mean?
So you're not the slashing type?
No. I don't have the ball handling for it. I'm more of a sharpshooting post scorer.
Sharpshooting post score. That's funny. Paul Millsap style.
I'm thinking Al Horford. Dang, Avery Morris, the center with the deep three.
Out of all the players you could compare yourself to, Al Horford, what about Marc Gasol?
Who?
Marc Gasol.
Who?
You know, first team's All-NBA center.
Who? Dang, will they inches right back to her own jumper? Who's Marc Gasol? He plays for the Grizzlies?
Yes, he plays for the Grizzlies.
Who's that?
It's an NBA team.
Nah. Ooh, Duncan. I thought she'd answer right back. Rebound by Cassidy. No, I don't think that the Grizzlies are a basketball team, West. Ooh, and Duncan's going to walk. I know a Pau Gasol, but I don't know a Marc Gasol or Grizzlies.
You're a joker all of a sudden, huh?
Maybe like your favorite team or something?
Real funny guy.
Who? Cougars inbound the ball over to Maddie Miller. Get to Whitley. Whitley looking back. She gives it to Cassidy. Gets to Lauren. Lauren over to Maddie. Maddie looking around. Gives it back to Lauren. Over to Whitley. Whitley back to Cassidy. Whitley over to Maddie. Whitley sets the screen, kicks out. Cassidy drives in, gets the. Oh, I thought she had a rebound. Rebound by Cowan. She stops. Ooh, and she loses the ball. Jump ball. Oh. Did you see that too?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Poor Whitley. Ooh. Avery Morris goes up, and they're going to call the foul. What do you think, West? She was straight up to me. And what you see? You and your ref abilities.
I didn't have a good enough angle. That's why you let the lead ref call that one.
Did she hit it, West?
What?
The free throw.
Yeah.
And she misses the second one, rebounded by Lauren Hudson.
So the offense you're about to see the Cougars go into, this is chewing clock offense right here. You only see this in high school. How much time is left in the game?
About 3.5 minutes.
That banner blocking me is going to be a thing all season, isn't it?
It has been for the past 3 years. I'm going to ask him to, like, move it, like, down here or something, and then move the one that's, like, right there over there. Like, honestly.
See, just dribble around the outside of the of the perimeter because there's no shot clock.
So we could very well see a 3-minute possession.
High school basketball at its finest, I tell you what.
Now, Lauren Hudson drives in, and she gets the layup. Dang.
Yeah, and eventually the defense will just get tired of defending you.
Cowan drives in, and they're going to call the foul, and then she slams her face into the floor.
That did not look good.
No, they did not. They're going to call a foul. I didn't see what the foul was on. I think it was on Cameron. Oh, she's limping and hit her face. That is not good. So it looks like they're going to bring in number 14, Riley Emick, to shoot the free throws for her. She misses the first one. And we're going to have a 5-man swap for the Cougars. Oh, sorry, West. A 5-woman swap.
There you go.
And it looks like we're going to have Haven Riley, 00 Kratzer, and number 13, Riley Payne, come in for the Hancock County Hornets. We have a full timeout called by, looks like, who was it called? Who called a timeout? Called by Hancock County. And with that timeout, we're going to take a little quick break of our own. Brought to you by Southern Outdoors, located in Livermore, Kentucky, for all your outdoor needs and necessities. Some tenacious basketball right now. With only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in play, there's a jump ball called, and it is Hancock County Hornets basketball. Gives it to Riley. Double screen, but she misses it. Duncan pulls the three. She misses. Rebound by Haven, all good. And gets to Jillian. Gives it to Haven. Gives it to Hadley. Over to Olivia. Over to Bailey. Bailey brings it up. Gives it back to Olivia. Oh. Olivia pulls up the jumper. And she hits it. It's a great shot by Olivia there. Looks like Riley bringing the ball down. Met by Jillian. Gives it to number 13. Over to Kratzer. Over to Duncan. Gives it to Stewart. Stewart mishandles it. Gives it to Olivia. Olivia with a big lead pass, but it is stolen by Duncan. Duncan crossing up everybody, bringing the ball down. Met by Bailey Walker. Bailey gives it to number 13. 13 is fouled. Number 13 is Riley Payne. And they do call a foul on Olivia Abney. 2 shots for Payne. Payne, bring the pain.
Max Payne.
And she misses the first one. What are you talking about, West?
Can't think of any more Payne puns.
Well, Taylor Galloway comes in for Hadley Rice with less than 2 minutes left in the game. And Payne hits the second free throw. Oh. She grabbed that ball thing and she had it in bounds. That was funny. But anyway. Timeout called by the Hornets or the Cougars. All right, there's a timeout called. And with that timeout, we're going to take a real quick break, brought to you by Independence Bank, a revolution in banking.
I don't just help customers. I help people.
Jillian bringing the ball down. Bad pass, but Billy Walker gets it. Billy Walker drives in and gets the 2 points. She's having a game of her own. How many points has Bailey had? Number 4 for the Cougars, West.
8.
Nice. Payne loses it, and it is still Hornet ball.
Good strip there by Bailey. Putting in work on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Another active hands.
I tell you what, she just poked that ball loose one in by the night, probably. Duncan with the ball, drives in. She cannot hold on to it at all, but she is fouled also, so that might explain it.
That was a nice drive.
Mm-hmm.
Ripped through, put her head down, got to the rim.
Oh, no mercy will territory.
Duncan hits the first free throw. And she hits the second one. Olivia over to Taylor Galloway. Taylor Galloway dribbling up the court, and it looks like she's going to walk. That's all right, though. She's a freshman. She's got years to learn. Number 11 gives it number 13. Gives it to Riley. Riley goes all the way in, but gets stuffed by the rim, and it's going to be Hornet ball.
That's why you gotta use your lefty.
I think she did.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure she did.
Were you watching the play, Adam?
Yeah.
She threw it over the right hand. That's why she hit the bottom of the rim.
It's a bad angle, dude. Like it's just a bad angle.
Left-handed wouldn't have been a bad angle.
Wow, that was almost like a sky hook, and she does get fouled.
Kareem.
Why do I deal with you, Tyler? Why?
That's the Kareem shot.
Looks like Olivia Addy might have fouled out.
Yeah, as she's getting a standing ovation from the
Student.
student section. Yeah.
They showing some phenomenal spirit now. I like it. Duncan hits the first free throw.
Man, how many free throws have we shot?
We haven't shot that many. They shot a lot.
I meant as a game combined.
Stewart comes up with the grab. I don't know how she gets it, but Payne pulls the three and she hits it. Oh, my.
That was a really pretty looking shot.
That was a good-looking shot. That full court press now, and it looks like we're stumbled to get some points now.
They're full court pressing now.
Oh, nope, she was not across the line, so that was a smart play by Taylor Galloway there. Jillian up on top.
But I don't understand them. They need to like speak louder or like clear. Because I can't get anything they're saying.
They were chanting "Start the buses" because there's like 3 seconds left,
Oh.
and they're out of here. So start the bus. Plus it's cold outside,
Yeah?
and buses never heat up
Never.
because they take forever. Westar, you want to go ahead and run this bad boy, or you want to wait a few minutes, get yourselves prepared?
I'm ready.
All right.
Same story from the first half. There's not enough bench points, not enough production. We scored 60 points. Really well-rounded game. Willie Patterson leading score with 12, I do believe. And everybody was scoring tonight. Just really good all-around game by the Cougars. Keep this up, they'll be hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on their own win streak. And earlier I said that their last win was against Bowling Green, but I made a mistake. The last game they played was Saturday. They played Davis County at Davis County, and they won.
You made a mistake? No.
Yeah, KHS. I'm done with you, Tyler. They beat Davis County at their little tournament they had this weekend. So my bad. So they're on a 2 or 3 game win streak now. So this is a great year for the Lady Cougars so far. Tonight makes them 3-2. So they're positive right now. The boys, they're having a great year. They're kind of short a few times, but tomorrow night have a doubleheader. The girls will be playing Russellville, and the boys will be playing Webster County. We will be broadcasting tomorrow night both games. So be sure to tune in and watch the game if you can't make it. And at the end of this broadcast, we're going to show you some key highlights from the game. And then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and enjoy these next few highlights.